Hi my little delights and welcome back to Press to Cook. Today we're diving into the world of beginner cooking mistakes. Whether you're just starting out in the kitchen or you've been cooking for a while, there are some common pitfalls that can trip up even the most well-intentioned home chef. But don't worry, because I'm here to help you navigate these obstacles and become a more confident and skilled cook. Not reading the recipe thoroughly before starting. Trust me, there's nothing worse than getting halfway through a dish only to realize you're missing a crucial ingredient. So always take a few minutes to read through the recipe, gather your ingredients, and do any necessary prep work before you start cooking. Not tasting as you go. Seasoning is key to creating delicious, well-balanced dishes, but it's easy to under or over-season if you're not tasting regularly. My advice: taste, and taste again. And don't be afraid to adjust the seasoning as needed. Overcrowding the pan. When you try to cook too many things at once, your ingredients will steam instead of sear, leading to less flavorful and less visually appealing dishes. So, give your ingredients some space to breathe and cook in batches if necessary. Mistake number 4, not letting your meat rest before cutting into it. I know it's tempting to dive right in when your steak or chicken comes off the heat, but trust me, a few minutes of rest time makes a world of difference. Resting allows the juices to redistribute, leading to a more tender and flavorful final product. Just a quickie, if you are enjoying this, hit the like button to let me know to keep making content just like this one. Using dull knives. Dull knives are actually more dangerous than sharp ones because they require more force to cut through ingredients, increasing the risk of slips and cuts. So keep your knives sharp and always use a cutting board to protect your countertops and your fingers. Not using a cutting board. Always use a cutting board to protect your countertops and your fingers. It's a simple step that can prevent a lot of kitchen accidents. Not using oven mitts when handling hot pots and pans. I know it's easy to get caught up in the moment and grab that handle barehanded, but trust me, it's not worth the burn. Keep a few oven mitts or towels nearby and use them religiously. Not preheat in your oven or pan before cooking. Preheating ensures that your ingredients start cooking at the right temperature, leading to more evenly cooked and flavorful dishes. So always take a few minutes to let your oven or pan come up to temperature before adding your ingredients. Not using the right tools for the job. Sure, you can probably make do with a fork instead of a whisk in a pinch, but using the right tool will make your life easier and your dishes. Invest in a few key kitchen tools, like a good chef's knife, a sturdy cutting board, and a set of mixing bowls, and you'll be amazed at the difference they make. Cooking at too high of a heat. Cooking at too high of a heat can lead to burnt exteriors and undercooked interiors. So, take your time, adjust your heat as needed, and let your ingredients develop that beautiful caramelized crust before flipping or stirring. Not letting your ingredients brown means you're missing out on a ton of flavor. So let your ingredients develop that beautiful caramelized crust before flipping or stirring. It may take a little longer, but trust me, it's worth it. Not using enough salt. Salt is a crucial ingredient in cooking, and not using enough of it can result in bland, underwhelming dishes. Don't be afraid to season your food generously, tasting as you go to ensure you're hitting the right balance. Not reading the ingredient list carefully. It's easy to grab the wrong ingredient or miss a crucial component when you're in a rush. Always double-check the ingredient list before you start cooking to ensure you have everything you need. Not using a meat thermometer. Overcooking or undercooking meat can ruin a dish, and relying on visual cues alone can be tricky. Invest in a good meat thermometer and use it to ensure your meat is cooked to the appropriate temperature every time. Not letting your pan heat up before adding oil. Adding oil to a cold pan can result in a greasy, unevenly cooked dish. Let your pan heat up for a minute or two before adding oil to ensure the oil is hot enough to cook your ingredients properly. Not using non-stick spray or parchment paper. Baked goods can be a nightmare to remove from pans if you don't use non-stick spray or parchment paper. Save yourself the headache and always grease your pans or line them with parchment before baking. Not measuring ingredients accurately. Baking is a science, and even small variations in ingredient amounts can have a big impact on the final product. Always measure your ingredients carefully using proper measuring cups and spoons. Not letting your ingredients come to room temperature before cooking. Cold ingredients can lower the temperature of your pan or oven, leading to uneven cooking. Let your ingredients come to room temperature for 30-60 minutes before cooking for best results. Not using acid to balance flavors. Acid, like lemon juice or vinegar, can brighten up a dish and balance out rich or heavy flavors. Don't be afraid to add a splash of acid to your dishes to take them to the next level. And finally, mistake number 20. Not having fun in the kitchen. Cooking should be an enjoyable experience, not a stressful one. Don't take yourself too seriously, and remember that even the most experienced chefs make mistakes sometimes. Embrace the journey, learn from your missteps, and most importantly, have fun. And there you have it, folks, 20 beginner cooking mistakes and how to avoid them. Remember, cooking is all about practice, patience, and a willingness to learn from your mistakes. So don't be too hard on yourself if you slip up now and then. Just keep these tips in mind, and before you know it, you'll be cooking like a pro. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Press to Cook for more cooking tips, tricks, and recipes. And if you have any beginner cooking mistakes of your own to share, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy cooking